Alright, my name is Betty Lewis the Fourth, and this is my analysis of the poem Morning Song by Sylvia Plath. Okay, so when I first looked at this title, I was all like, Morning Song? What could that mean? What could be the meaning of the title Morning Song? I had no idea. So I kind of just guessed that Morning Song could be like, it could be, I don't know, like something that the speaker hears every day, like an alarm. And so yeah, that's kind of what I looked at it before reading it. But after reading it and interpreting it and then talking about this poem in class, I was like, okay, maybe the morning song could be like the cry of a child or a baby's cry that she hears every morning and it wakes her up, and that's her morning song, or whoever this speaker is. But yeah. Alright. So getting into the poem. So when looking at the poem, you can see how with the sentence structure and how the lines are set up in this poem, you can see that the author wants to, paint a picture paint a picture with the sentences that gives you a deeper meaning of what this poem may be about. And so when looking at it, you can see in every stanza there's this unique structure having, for instance, in the first stanza there's two short lines, and then in the middle of that there's a longer line. In the next stanza it's reversed. There's two longer lines, and in the middle of that there's one shorter line. And then next one, you see the repeated line structure as in the first stanza. So I thought that was kind of unique, and I thought that could have painted a deeper picture when looking at the meaning of the poem. I maybe thought that since I interpret this as being about someone's child, like someone having a child, it could be going from just a couple, just the two people, into having the two people in addition to their child. And so, yeah, these interrupted lines, like the longer lines or the shorter lines, could represent the child. And also, I also found that there was the use of similes, such as in the first line. The first line, it says, "Love set you going like a fat gold watch." That's a clear use of a simile. It's comparing this setting out to that of a fat gold watch. So you can probably think of this as being shoot, I don't know, maybe you could say since gold watches are all flashy, gold watches are flashy and stuff, and so you can see how his love, or whoever's love, somebody's love, it was really flashy and outspoken and very. It was shown. It was very clear that they were in love, and then you can also see. Let me see. So, oh yeah, when looking at it, you can also see how and oh yeah, there's another comparison with I think it's the third stanza. There's a comparison of the motherhood of this speaker to a cloud distilling a mirror. And so I thought that this was important to look at, because clouds, like a cloud distilling a mirror, it blocks your reflection from the mirror. That way you can't see your own reflection, but the cloud sees its reflection. And I thought this was kind of important, because it can show how maybe the speaker thinks that this baby could be like the cloud, and then that the baby will be blocking the speaker from seeing his true self by covering it over, being the cloud covering the mirror. Alright, so let's break this down. So with the first line, as I said, love set you going like a fat gold watch. You can see that this line kind of means it means that your love was like so outspoken and drawn out, and you could really see that this person was in love. And then you go to the next line, and the next line says, "The midwife slapped your foot soles and your ball cry." All right, so this part is I believe a midwife is like the person that delivers your baby. I think that's what a midwife is, I believe. But if that is what that is, then you can see that like this is obviously showing how like a baby is born, and as I said before, this line is bigger and it comes in between the two shorter lines, being the people, and the big line is the baby. And so yeah, you can see that there's a baby being born in this line, and then obviously people they slap the baby and cry to make it cry when they're born, you know. So this is giving more meaning to the poem. Then the next line, "took his place among the elements," and then I think this is just like showing that like the baby's born well, and the baby's not sick or anything. And then next stanza, "our voices echo, magnifying your arrival, new statue." I think this is a very powerful line because like this can be showing how like this can be showing how now that the baby is born, it's like a great arrival because like the baby is like coming into the lives of these parents, and it says new statue, and statues are seen as like perfect images and power and strong sculptures. And so yeah, I thought this was a powerful line. And then, "in a drafty museum, your nakedness," then that's more evidence of being a baby being born, because babies obviously come out naked. And then, "shadows are safety, we stand round blankly as walls." So this line, I think this was a little tricky, but I do think that this line could probably be meaning that like this birth could maybe put them in danger or something. I don't know. But going on to the next line, you can see how maybe the mother feels disconnected, because this line says, "I'm no more your mother than the cloud that distills a mirror to reflect its own slow." And like this seems kind of like a contradictory statement, because in the other lines it seems like this this mother is loving and this speaker is loving, but now they're saying that they're no more the baby's mother than a cloud on a mirror. And yeah, so going on into the next stanza, "all night your moth breath." So I think this line is pretty good because like it uses moth breath, and that's not a normal term. So I guess be saying moth breath as in like maybe sacred breath or something, because moths are usually seen as like sacred insects. People usually, I know some people that believe that moths are like, they could be your reincarnated grandparent or something like that. So I thought that was a powerful line. And then, "flickers among the flat pink roses." All right, that's the use of alliteration right there. Flickers among the flat, and like, I don't know, when you like, I like to look at the sounds that alliterations make. So like the fluff sound. I don't know. This maybe could like, it could be trying to give you a deeper meaning of like how maybe the mother treats the baby. And yeah. So next is, "a far sea moves in my ear." So this line, this could be like how the mother is caring for the child, and like it's like smooth as a sea. Sometimes it's smooth, and then other times it's strong tides and crashing through. I want to get to the last stanza, because in the last stanza it says, "whitens and swallows its dull stars." So I thought this was a strong way to come out in a sentence, because like stars are like bright, and like I don't know, maybe the this mother in the poem thought that having the baby would be bright and shining and like happy, but then she realized that it like swallows up and encompasses her life. So that's mostly how I analyze the poem. I think it is a pretty good poem, and I think was a good use of like some literary devices such as alliteration with the flickers among flat, and a good use of similes to give a deeper meaning to the poem. But yeah, that's basically how I analyze this poem. So